Okay, good afternoon, everybody. We're going to go ahead and start the drawing. If I can have your attention, please. So good afternoon, candidates. Hi, I'm City Secretary Rebecca Huerta, and today we'll be conducting the drawing to determine the order in which your names will appear on the ballot, and that's for the November 3rd general election. Assisting me today are Assistant City Secretary Paul Pierce and Sarah Brunkenhofer, Executive Assistant to the City Secretary. So to start out, I'd like to briefly explain the process that we'll be using today. So for the first time ever, the drawing is being broadcast live via cable, YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. So due to the COVID-19 pandemic, candidates were strongly encouraged to view the proceedings online in lieu of attending in person. If attending in person, only the candidate or the candidate's representative was allowed in the council chambers. And those who are present here today were subject to a temperature check, everybody's wearing masks, and we're all socially distanced. So this is I say this just to kind of explain the attendance today. So candidates who are not here, they're not disinterested in the process. Rather, they chose the option of viewing the proceedings online. And that's all just to be responsible and try to keep everybody safe. So we appreciate everybody's cooperation with that. So to continue with the drawing, when each of you filed your candidate application, we noted the date and the time of your filing. So we'll be drawing in the order in which you filed. So if a candidate withdrew his or her application and then refiled, for the purposes of the drawing, we'll be using the date and the time of the refiling. And again, due to the COVID-19 pandemic, a member of the City Secretary's staff will be drawing for each of the candidates today. So with that, we're going to go ahead and start the drawing. We'll start first with the mayor's race. Due to the pandemic, so it's just to limit touch on the little, just on the lot. So not everybody's touching the lots. We just limit it to us holding gloves, just to keep everybody safe. That's why we're doing that. We decided to take the conservative route, and that's why we're doing that today. We're really trying to just meet the guidelines. Normally, this is the first time we've ever had to do this, and you know, Sylvia, because you've done that before, right? It's usually a very different process, and we've just had to change our processes due to that, to the pandemic today. Sir? Okay, so we're going to go ahead and go through. Let's start with the mayor's race, sir, and then we'll continue. So Ms. Vaughn was the first to file, so we're going to go ahead and she got number 3. Thank you. Okay, so next we have Eric Rodriguez. Number 2. Okay, Joe McComb. Okay, Joe Michael Perez. Pancho Villa. Oh, wow. Roberto Seidner, I guess. John Medina. Paulette Guajardo. Priscilla Gonzalez. All right, candidates, that's the order for the mayor's race. We're going to pause for a moment to allow that to be televised. For those watching. Okay. Okay, continuing with the at-large race. So first to file was Deanna King. Mr. Grossman, we were going to go ahead and pull for you, just like the other candidates. Yes, sir. Number 4. Mike Pesley. Michael Hunter. Liz Bettis. John Martinez. Larry White. Brian Roses. Richard Diaz. Patricia Peña Noyola. Ricardo Hankerson. John Garcia. Frank Arriaga. Yeah. Number 8. All right. Okay, so those are our at-large candidates. That's the drawing. We'll pause a moment. Okay, good. Okay, so now we go to the districts. So starting with District 1, we have Billy Lerma. Neely Balco. Eli McKay. Okay, which means if this Caballero is number 1. Okay, and I guess we'll pause after we complete. So for District 2, okay. For District 2, we have 2 candidates, yes. And there's our district. There he is. Got number 1. Sylvia Campos would get number 2. There you go. That's funny. So moving to District 3, 2 candidates. We'd start with Roland Barrera. Okay, so that means Mr. Rubio is number 1. Okay, so we'll pause for a moment. Okay. Is that this one? All right, so moving to Districts 4 and 5. First with District 4, Dan Grimsbow. Okay, Greg Smith. Kaylin Paxson.
Number 1.
And so Mr. Klein would be number 2, default. Number 2. All right. And finally, District 5, Mr. Hernandez. Okay. Which means Mr. Luis is number 1. So that's the ballot order for Districts 4 and 5. And we'll pause a moment. Sure he's got the shot. Okay, all right. Okay, candidates, so that concludes our drawing today. Thank you so much for attending. We really appreciate it. And thank you for your understanding during this unusual drawing that we have, an unusual time that we're at. So thank you again very much. Y'all have a good day.